Hey, are you somebody who has an expertise in something, can be anything, and wants to build your online coaching or consulting business? Or maybe you already have a coaching or consulting business, but you really want to crack the code on how to make this business fully online, save time and money while building it online, and really make it flourish with lots of dream clients and high paying dream clients. So you can live and work freely, travel the world, and be the best freedompreneur you can be. If that is you, stay tuned for this episode because I'm going to teach you how to create your online coaching business in 2019. I'm going to tell you how I did it. I made $50,000 in my first launch month and then doubled and tripled and quadrupled and X'd it, 10X'd it after that. So I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Founder Freedom TV with your host, Rachel Whynot, your business and marketing success coach. Okay, so today is all about one of my favorite topics, online coaching business, 2019. Okay, so I've learned so much in 2019, guys. Oh my gosh, my online coaching business has completely flourished. Like I'm talking, I have my dream clients, I have high paying clients, I have a lot of my processes automated now and really nicely automated in a way that's still humanized and still real, you know what I mean? I travel more now, I have more time for family. Of course, I'm still working in my business and still building my business, but honest to God, I feel so much more freedom, and that's exactly what I want for you. That's exactly why I created Founder Freedom in the first place. So I can help you live and work freely from anywhere in the world, right? You can be on a beach, you can be with your family, you can do whatever you want, and you can have a real flourishing online coaching business that will make you lots of money, and you can help a lot of people, which is a big part of it, right? Okay, cool. All right, so online coaching business 2019. First and foremost, I want to talk to you a little bit about kind of my backstory and how I started my online coaching business. So May 2018, I got into a little bit of some struggles with my personal life, my business life. Prior to that, I built a multi-million-dollar business. I won many awards such as Top Women Entrepreneurs of Canada and some international awards. And of course, my background is in marketing. That business was marketing agency. So yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of successes. And at that point in May 2018, I've had, as every entrepreneur, any business owner, you have ups and you have downs, right? So at that point, it was a little bit of a down. I really had the dream of creating an online business and specifically an online coaching business. So because of those awards and those successes of my past business, I had people coming to me in droves asking me, how do I start my business? How do I grow my business? How do I market my business? How do I sell my products and my services? All of these questions started coming to me, right? So naturally, I got into coaching and I totally, completely fell in love with it. Like, this is my calling. I know it now. I didn't know back then, but I know it now. It is totally my calling. I'm helping people all over the world now. I'm making them money, helping them impact their lives better. I'm helping them save time, time is money to me, to be honest. Actually, time is more valuable to me than money. So when I say time and money, that means money to me. So I help them save time, I help them save money, while of course creating their online coaching business and their dream freedom business, really. It's an amazing way to create a business, especially with an online coaching business that, with my key element, is my high ticket offer, okay? So, and this is what I teach my clients, okay? So essentially May 2018, going through some bad stuff, said to my husband, oh, I'm ready to launch my online coaching business. I've been thinking about it, working on it a little bit before, but haven't really done anything with it, right? So my husband kind of thought I was a little, what do you mean? Like, so much is happening right now. And so what he said is basically, okay, Rach, I'm gonna give you 3 months, because of course he believed in me, but he was a little hesitant and nervous, which is normal. And he said, I'm gonna give you 3 months for you to get this thing up and running, you know, to make real money to, you know, sustain our livelihood, of course. So he gave me 3 months. So I had June, July, August to get this business rolling and actually make real money. I'm talking like we needed probably around 5 to 10K a month to at least, you know, start and then kind of grow from there, right? Okay, so what did I do? I did what everybody in the world online says, create freebies and create an online course and do all this like low price stuff and, you know, create a book maybe and sell that and all this stuff, right? I did it. I did all this stuff. I created an online course, sold it. I created my freebies, started building my list. By the way, at this time, I had nobody on my list, 0 people. I had very little following on Instagram. I was starting to build up my Instagram a little bit at the time. Very little, like under 1,000 probably. And I had no money. I had no money for ads. Definitely no money for ads. To sell low ticket stuff online, you need ad revenue. You need to really invest to get that rolling. So I didn't have that, so I couldn't do it. So, but I did what everybody said, start to build my email list, gave some freebies, created a course, yay, got some sales, but not really enough to make me real money, remember. I needed to make real money. I had to make at least 5,000, 10,000 a month to get this business going, right? So what did I do? I reverse engineered it, okay? So once I started selling those low ticket offers, I realized I'm not gonna make money quickly with this. Like it's just not gonna happen. It's next to impossible. Like I didn't have a following, no list, no money for ads, okay? So what I do, I reverse engineered it, created my high ticket offer instead of low ticket. And I thought to myself, if I can get one person, just one person to buy my high ticket offer, that seems easier to me than selling low ticket offers and getting like hundreds of people buying them, right? Kind of seems easier, right? So, and it was. So anyway, I created, long story short, I created around a $10,000 offer. It was worth though like double, triple the price. I just literally put everything I could possibly think of into this offer. Like it was just out of this world. And anyway, I launched it end of August, early September, and I made $50,000, got 5 sales, basically 10,000, and made $50,000 in my first launch month. And now I want to teach you exactly how I did that, okay? It's not as hard as you may think. There's some key elements to creating your online coaching business in 2018 and beyond. And because this was in 2018, I did learn a lot the last year in 2019 that I definitely want to teach you about as well, okay? Okay, so first and foremost, what I did and what you need to do, if you haven't already, or maybe you have but you need to grow it a little bit better, is what I always say, and is the most important thing, it's the foundation to your entire business, is personal branding. This is huge, okay? Yes, I repeat myself, but I always say people buy people, not products, not services. With personal branding, we need to build that know, like, and trust, especially online. People need to know, like, and trust you before they jump onto your email list, before they, you know, comment on a post, before they buy from you. You know, there's a journey. You have to build that up first. It's not, you know, it takes some time too, right? But you have to do it in a proper way. And personal branding is the way to do it. It's going to build that know, like, and trust factor with your core audience, okay? Now, a couple key elements under personal branding, and I do have other episodes where I go really deep on personal branding, so after this one, go check those out. So first thing with personal branding is your story. Okay, this is a big one. Okay, so you are an expert in something, okay? Your online coaching business in 2019 and beyond, you have to obviously start with a niche, right? What are you an expert in? Who do you want to serve? Who do you think you can best serve, okay? Think of those things, right? Now I want you to look at your backstory, okay? How did you get to where you are today, right? If you're an expert in something, let's say you're, I don't know, an accountant, okay? Just throwing it out there, but maybe you're an accountant. What's that journey that made you an expert? You're an accountant, you're an expert in accounting, right? So what made you, how did you get there? Think about that. Think about that story and that the story, the struggles, the ups and the downs and everything. Just start writing that out. Honest to God, it's the best thing you can do. Start writing it out, writing your story. People connect to stories. That's what you have to remember, okay? That's why books are never dead, because people love stories. Whether we're telling a story, whether I'm telling a story on video, whether I'm reading a story, there's different, vehicles to getting stories. But I just want you to write it down for now. Think about that story. Think about how you overcame some struggles on becoming an accountant or something like that. Whatever your niche is and whatever your expertise is, right? So story is a big thing. That's a big part of personal branding, and a lot of people miss out on that, okay? Getting real deep onto your story. And the more vulnerable you are, keyword, vulnerability. Don't forget that. The more real and vulnerable you are, the more you're going to get that know, like, and trust happening more, okay? I promise you. People want real people. We don't want fake. We don't want, robots. We don't want fake people that disguise themselves. We want realness. I'm being real with you right now, okay? I'm not perfect. Take the perfection out of it, okay? Like, no one's perfect. Everybody is, everybody has flaws, everybody has struggles, everybody has gone through ups and downs and all the way around. We've all been through it, whether it's personal, whether it's business, everything, right? So just be real in telling your story, okay? If you're not a good writer, then do a video or do an audio recording, like record yourself telling your story, okay? Really, really important, because this is the foundation to your entire online coaching business in 2019 and beyond, okay? All right, so personal branding, story, we need credibility, okay? All right, so this is a big one too. Credibility, okay. So yes, of course, part of that trust, that know, like, and trust, like I mentioned, part of that trust is that credibility. What makes you credible as a coach, potential coach, whether you're a coach already or you want to become one? What would make you credible? Think of like your expertise, right? Back to that accountant. Like, why are you credible? Maybe one thing what makes you credible is that you've worked with, clients that you've helped before. Maybe that makes you credible, and those clients can attest to working with you and the results that they got. Maybe even if you haven't worked with people before in your expertise, but you want to. What makes you credible? Another thing that makes you credible, and a lot of people don't realize it, is actually your story. Your story makes you credible, right? Like, my story is I built $1 million business. That makes me credible. That's part of my story, of course. But like, those parts of your story really make you a credible figure. Like, you've been through, chances are you're gonna be coaching people that, you've been through what they are going through, right? And you're gonna be coaching them, right? So as part of that, like, your credibility comes with your story. By you saying, I've been through these things and this is what I did to get over them. And, now I wanna help you do that, right? So that's just really, really, like, honest to God, the most important part, the foundation of everything. I always say it, okay? Credibility, of course, if you want awards, like the typical credible things, awards, and definitely testimonials are huge. You definitely need some testimonials. There are some other aspects to building that credibility, and that can be built over time as well. You want to always be building that credibility as your business grows and as you grow as a human being, okay? All right, so niche is next, okay? We need to figure out, when you're talking about your story and talking about everything, you need to figure out who is that target audience. Who is the keyword? Who, not what. Who is that person? Is it a man, woman, either a man or woman? Anybody out there? Like, who are those people? It's not everybody, right? Like, it can be but it has to be a certain niche, okay? Think about that. Think about who you want to best serve, and think about who you think you can best serve. Think about those things, and then we can really work to carving out that niche. And that takes a little bit of practice and some testing and different things. But one thing also I mentioned this in another episode, another way to kind of find your niche if you haven't found it yet, is just ask people. just literally go out and ask them and say, hey, you know, what are you struggling with? Or just ask them open-ended questions and get feedback and see if your product or service or your coaching, you know, your coaching platform or you as a coach can actually help them, right? So that could help kind of build that. And don't be afraid if you haven't really nailed that down yet. That kind of does sometimes happen over time as well. So don't be too scared that, you know, you want to, and especially if you're in the beginning, kind of want to test some different niches a little bit as well, okay? Okay, personal branding, can't stress it enough. It's the #1 thing for online coaching business in 2019 and beyond, okay? So another big thing, and this is what I did with my business, I literally, remember that 50,000 that I made in my first launch month? I used Instagram alone, okay? Now in 2019 and beyond, now we're really focusing on, oh, I don't really have any room here. Now we're focusing on IG and LinkedIn. Okay. So these are amazing platforms because A, you can put content on them to build that know, like, and trust. Content meaning value content, like telling people what makes you credible, maybe talking about your story, maybe giving some coaching tips, a little bit tips and tricks, right? Just to build that, that know, like, and trust. Honest to God, everything comes back to the know, like, and trust. We call it, I found a friend and I found her freedom. We call it the know, like, and trust machine, okay? That's what we're building online here. So Instagram, LinkedIn, highly recommend using those platforms. Build those up, okay? And then last but not least, and one of the most important things, and like I said in my earlier, with my story, is we need to look at your high ticket offer, which is crucial to you making money and building a real business online, okay? Like I said, it's not impossible, but it's very hard to sell low priced items online, okay? Unless you have a lot of money for advertising, or you have a massive list, or you have a massive following who loves you and already knows, likes, and trusts you, right? If you don't have that, which a lot of us don't, I didn't, I had nothing, zero. It's very hard, okay? So last but not least, what you need to do to build your online coaching business in 2019 and beyond is create your irresistible high ticket offer, okay? High ticket offer can be anywhere from maybe 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000, whatever, you know, it has to be really valuable, of course. I always say, if you're creating your high ticket offer, the value of it should be like double or triple the cost of it, okay? So you really have to create that amazing high ticket offer, okay? And in my coaching program, I teach you exactly how to build all this. If you are interested, comment below and we'll help you out. Click on my links below and dive a little deeper into my stuff. I have lots more trainings for you, of course. And I have more trainings that you can dive into right now while you go deeper, especially on the personal branding, the high ticket offer, high ticket closing, etc. I have all of it for you on my channel. Make sure you subscribe because I'm rolling out videos every day for you, and I'll see you on the next episode.